if you ask me what more expensive was series of unfortunate events for us. Marco got got, CJ has three personal fouls right away. And after turned out to our level 12 point, it's okay. But we're trying to match, we're looking at energy level, we're okay with the energy level. Secondly, we're looking at the matchup. We're so used to getting our players to, ngayon we're trying to mix it up a little bit.
Thank you, Coach Peter. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Assistant Coach Peter Martin. Good stuff by Coach. Naging blessing in disguise pala para sa San Miguel. Yung medyo na-discourage yung discovery nila sa simula sa San Miguel. Yeah, kasi nasakal si Matthew. Pero yung bumalik naman naman yung maayos ang linaro. Si Jericho Cruz, kulong na agad. Diba? Itong TNT Miguel. Huling apat na beses na nagkita sa finals Dr. Jericho.
Rights. Ayan, binuksan ko yung ating rice cooker. Ayan, nirepair pala natin guys. So, una, tinistir ko dito guys.
Noong 2019 na 4-0,
Mayroon tayo tinistir.
22 na 4-0, ito na naman ang 21 araw na 4-0 na. So, although sa second round,
Una,
they won
tinikita na. Naman guys.
use ng good SPP at ang mga ingredients. Ingredients ko naman, they make the
Sara natin yung ano, kay Bato na tayo.
ang lakas natin, when you get your data, kasi hindi ka tulad ng mga taping dalawang araw na lang. Ito talaga mga just ka within a day. But we're seeing a tremendous adjustment on the part of Coach Leo Austria. Dahil mas aggressive yung kanyang mga manlalaro. They're reading the defense of PNC better. And aside from that, look at the game one, 1 point.
Blue was set ng guys. So, ayan. Ito tayo ng rice cooker dahil hindi na gumana guys. Ayan. Natin yung terminal. Okay naman. Ayan, tinistir ko. So, yung problema guys ay use yung problema natin. Yan lang yung kailangan natin bilhin. 50 pesos lang na guys.
Huwag mo na yan ang hindi.
Ang dali lang i-repair. So, pag guys, so madali na siya. Ayan guys. Ayan guys, fuse. Finister ko na yan. Sunog na siya guys. Ayan. Palitan na natin ang fuse yan sa bilihan. Pati yung cord, silikon na rin. Okay naman. Ayan, dito tayo sa bilihan ng liquid fan. Alright. Thank you for watching. Yo.
Ibiling na lang ng bago. Sa yung ano kayo.
Mapago.
Nakapusak ko rin yan.
Gusto nyo mga gamitin yung tabi ko.
Astin! Nagbibigay daw kayo.
Tinawag mo yung tabi. Need mo? Pwede mo. Marami na yung tabi. Pwede mo.
Tagal pa na matulog eh. Dito pa ng basketball oh. Ay naku. Bigyan pa.
how important the boy is to this life. Oh, yes. We don't talk about Jason. Well, talaga hindi ko talaga pwede si Jason. Pero kung we're not working down, almost the end of their elimination practice. So masakit sa kanila yung that he's not playing right now. Dahil hindi niya yung firepower nila sa Boy. Especially if kung madadraft niya sila. Kaliwang kanan ang atake kasi kung makinig sa tama, makinig si Boy, napakahirap itong DNC tayo.
The wheel by the initial report last week. Pag-import na ba rin si Bogoy? Sabi 2 weeks eh. Just a week ago, a week and a half ago.
Malawang Sunday, they very informed if my Makai I try to play and he usually has a big game when he comes back from injury. Kung ugali din.
Kaya mapapawag nga naman sa technical tataganan.
Wala na ano. Ito.
Ang technical foul dito.
Gamitin.
He did not like the foul called against him on the driving so feeling niya hindi na at minsan kasi ano lang eh kumbaga out of frustration may nababanggit kang mga salita na hindi mo na mabawi ang narinig ng referee pag narinig ka ng referee I'm sorry hindi ka na pwede pag-appeal.
At ayun na. San Nicolas doubled up on PFD in the second quarter, 30-18. With dalawang free throw pa bago ito.
Bakit pa naman ako ganito yung mga
Speaking of it, he is making his way back into this game. Happy already spent.
ito na training.
Upload. Kapatilan eh. Ang bita din. Ang gano'n man nila dyan. Ha?
Hindi pa ako pangis mo ganun.
Kayo naman yung kagabi. Ano kayo may kagabi dyan?
Sa mga gusto mo.
Pag dito, masakit ka may 10 points na.
Yun na nga eh. Kaya hindi ko alam, gusto ko naman sa makita talaga hindi. Ano ba talaga nangyari? Kasi nakakabakit eh. Nakakabakit ng risk. Pero as far as his playing in tonight's ball, parang ordinary day para dito kay Don Troyano.
Kala ko saan
Kung
sila
sila
mga tuloy ko para
mga
maayos siya. Pagkakalahan niya. Ayun na naman si Don. Tapos si Ross, 3 ball on the way. Pinipong foul sa Sparkle. Gonzalez gonna go with that ball.
Pero naging effective ang ang tira ni Ross yung pumamasok. Kaya talagang hindi mo lang pwedeng bantayan 5 on 5 forever yung kalaban eh. And you have to be way to one. And that happened to be Ross almost always open for 3-point shot.
But we've seen him explode. Games are in doubt. It's just unconscious.
He makes you very
And why is he here in the game? It is really to play tough defense against Ray Nambata. Nambata, not in a factor in today's ball game.
Rosser and Gallardo back on the floor.
Henning Wilbis, Gallardo trying to keep it alive, but it ends up with Ross.
With Butler
Ano ba nakasupot sa pwesa ng February? Wala ko yung ticket ta. Ano pa lang ito eh. Yung kasi
Cruz gets around Rosser. Chip from Mexico. Henning will secure the board. Jordan to a streaming Rosser. Simon on the move. Drops it back up. Beautiful soul.
traffic also today here in the first half.
Very active sila doon. They're moving so well. They're complementing each other. They're helping out the teammates. That is why they've limited TNT.
Tubig na mukha niya.
The 20 points, the 6 out of 20 shooting from the field is a very 27% for a good shooting team like TNT.
kasi ganito tayo na
Hold out to ang result for the
Ano ba
offense.
nila ba? Ano ba yung ano? Nawasa?
Masarap ang buhay.
hindi na maboy. Hindi na ito yung
Hindi ba?
pagbabaran.
Kung sino may naputulan doon.
Focus pa natin sa
Bayaran.
Mahal.
kasama sa yun, Mark. Kailangan ng tao nakatingin kay Joker. Medyo siyang big-side operator. He always gets open.
Nasus na.
Barely 4 minutes into the second.
Ay,
May
mahal
sa
yun.
ating laro. Ito si Abay.
Siyempre, maglipat ka naman. Kaya ano naman dito pag pumunta. Kung saan yung banda sa kanila ko.
Jericho at the other end. Back to Ross. Ball pass to Marshall. And tama yung nabanggit ni Doc. Hindi pwedeng tukin sa bokya. Ito si Marshall at si Third. Check that parte na sa got away from Eddie to jump to
Ano ba?
I like that. Super mismatch sa piso. Senior ito. PBA is what? May pagkakas na ba? I don't know. Don't for one. Fajardo complain against a non-point. On the way back, he was just very slow. Looking at the net, he called the foul and being pushed and being pulled.
Medyo yung sport mag-laro yan.
Yes. Rosser and Lester getting attacked there. Marshall losing his footing. He ended up on top of Brandon.
So kaya naman nakikita natin ito si DJ at medyo cool. Gusto na ito magaling ng tatawag natin hero is this good. Na nakikita na pa. Mabilis na ito pang reaction ng referee.
You know, every time I see something like that, it was very obvious that foul. They should have really correctly called against Marshall Lassiter. But yung ganong impact, parang Kobe Bryant against Pau Gasol. Tamahan. Okay, sorry, one foul.
TNT really bleeding for points here today.
Penalty na naman ito sa Miguel. Very early nyo naman. And only one team ball against TNT. And that shows better defense. Kung makakita ko, kahit napipenalty ako, natutuwa ako yan. Lumalaban talaga ang aking kukunan.
Check ko na. Nagpunto rito para sa event na tinitinay. Tinapatak si Ross. Jurman, backing bodies with Eda. Cebu versus CD.
Hindi ko talaga dito makahanap ko dito. Ano pa naman tawag dito?
And you also are going to be afraid if you're guarding Julmar Fajardo because it's a little upset right now. So, ayaw nung tawagan, didik-dikin ko talaga ito.
Kahilig with some daylight. Napatak para sa board. Pagkakataon. Nanapit pa ng bagyan. Ito TNT. That's why 18.
Sampo mo kasi sa
Ang masinto, reklamo sa Aaron sa ref, tungkol sa bench, walang sumunod. Nakakita rin sa question, oo, offensive ka daw.
There was a slight movement forward by JP Aram. But usually, Doc, I've seen plays like this before. As a ball handler, you have to pause a little bit. Wait for the screener to step before you move it. Medyo nagdadalinan
sa pag
Si Coach John hindi na tumatayo. It is assistant coaches Josh Perez and Santiago Pakuchaga. Nagtitingon niya.
Ayun sa puno.
Walking by the way, is come back in for one.
Kaya mo po na ulit.
Hindi mo binitawan yun.
Killing, ganda rin para kay Aaron.
Rosser looking around. Hinahanap si Osana.
Another offensive foul called against TNT. This time around is against Kevin Williams. A lot of moving, big set by the bigs of TNT. Let's take a look. look at this once again. Slight movement again. Leads the defense, Marshall Lassiter. Not good in terms of execution for TFC.
Fortunate ngayon, hindi na rin ako
Halos kalahati ng ating second quarter. This does something at 18. Another, this was a dribbling violation.
Uy! Kumain ka na?
Hindi ka, si Papa, nilalabas yung... Hi guys! Ow!
Ano yan?
Sige, Ruben.
Ano yung bibilab? Ha? Ano yan?
Telepon namin. Telepon namin. Pag may multo sa kanilang... Patay ng multo! Telepon. Ala! Nakita ko kay Papa yung... nikain ko dito. Doon ka sa labas.
Tapos,
Papakita ko.
bilang ko hingis, Papa.
Papa, sana na ako yung tumay ko natin. Kaya, wait lang, baka magutom tayo eh. May pangkain pa. Dalawa ah. Huwag madami ah. Dalawa lang. Dalawa. Patay na multo! Kuya! Hindi pa.
Bebe, ah.
Kuya! Kuya, ah! Kuya! Ito. Kuya!
Sana si Mama.
Bye.
Bless, Papa mo?
Wala pa. Tagal mo mo eh.
Bakit?
Kung nga alam doon eh.
Hmm? Wala na yun.
Hindi nga alam alam.
Ito lang sa pinakamagaling sa ganyan ang susunod. Nabasa ka siya ang resource. Ano ba doon naman si Chris? Pero yung pagkaroon ng Richard Vito, biglang iakagis.
So that was a big play. Positive development for TNT. Instead of just shooting for free throws, was awarded to Raymond Bata to knock down.
Ngayon yan ka doon.
Yes, 2 more free throws will be given to Ray. This will jumpstart their offense for Charlie Dr. J. Talagang nag-score nitong si Raymond Bata. So, even with free throws, almost with the run.
Pinapit mo nga.
And another thing is, historically, you heard Raymond Bata, he focused on his penetration. The mere fact that he was fouled on
Lumusokin yun eh.
And he was trying to push on yung pang-landing ni Jericho Cruz dun sa kanyang teammate. Diba? Kasi yung momentum eh. Yes, tama yung block. And that is what our referees are trying to review.
44-28 is the score.
Saan yung tubig?
After those 4 free throws by Apapa, tingnan natin kung mga masisilip after that last couple. That's scramble for the loose ball. Well, listen. It's a regular foul there. Nothing else.
Foul na rin niya yan. I don't know if CJ Perez bakit
Busin mo na yun. Kapunti lang yun. Tira ka pa.
Wala pang ano, sinya si Coach Leo Estrella. niya. Medyo nagpapapansin na nga si CJ, oh.
Pakilala sa mag-show. Coach, ay mabilis. Wala. Tumatakbo niya.
Ayan, nagwa-warm up.
Kung pagkat sa team, Manny Pacquiao ito.
Ikaw ba, Coach Archie, sino mahilig magganyan kay na coach na? Si Big Green.
Pag-stretching na ako yun. Hindi ako magganyan.
Parang pagkakalimutan ko, Coach. 44-29. Natin yung magkakaroon ng San Miguel, Lord 22. Brondale trying to secure board.
Hindi man nagka-challenge sa team. So, very challenge.
As of time, sticking around. Marshall between the legs. I don't think you pick Brondale. He wants to go with Schumacher now. Marshall wants to shoot. I don't think I've ever seen Marshall dribble that much in one sequence.
Yes, and just the desire of the bigs to defend Marshall Lassiter from the three-point area. Look at the defense of Kenny Williams. No opening. He stayed connected and just forced Marshall Lassiter to turn the ball over. So good defense by TNT. It's a 5-0 run further after being down by as many as 20 points.
Outside na, 24 pa. Double violation to.
Yeah, kasi bumalik.
Ayan na, si Jay. Nagbunga. Stretching na.
Ohtana against Cruz. Step back jumper, Calvin Belen. CJ pitches it over. It is Cruz sa kabilang dulo. CJ, first touch in the second quarter. He's playing with 3 fouls. CJ Belen. To Brondale. Ibigay sa Chumba. Nakaba. Brondale for 3. Ganda pa sa Brandon.
Beautiful sequence, defensive freeze, the throw from Frankie. They really shot. Again, back-to-back turnovers for San Miguel. They just could not get a clean look.
Just under 4 remaining in the second quarter. Kelly trying to break free of the defensive lobby. Brandon in motion. Kelly dives in. He's sticking on.
Well, yun ang pinag-usapan natin ni Coach Ryan. Ano ko, atakayin ko na atakayin si Wally. This is going against us, but his defense is always a suspect. Especially for a player like Eddie.
He usually has a hard time defending from the perimeter. And also, of course, if you're taller and you back him down with a post-up play, nahirapan din siya ron. So, kita-kita tayo, talagang tinake advantage si Jordan Hedding. With adjustment, si Coach na yung Austria.
They're not going to do that. He's going to bring in Trogliano. So the guy that can pick him up can be Trogliano, it can be CJ, it can be Jericho Cruz.
TNT now shooting 13 of 17 from the free throw line. Kumpara sa 12 of 15 na San Miguel. Pero this time around in the second quarter, nagiging palabigasan nila yung free throw. Hindi katulad ng first. Lamir! Nasugatan back in game number 1, but as it focused here in game 2, they led by as many as 22. Pero sa ngayon, lapit pa sa nakakabante ng SME.
This program is brought to you by Arena Plus, official partner of the PDA.
The best players succeed because they set boundaries. Every great athlete wins with control. Always have a game plan.
Masagadang buhay, Sabado at Linggo, 6 p.m. sa RPTV sa Pinoy.
Our offense was down the stretch. Our offense was flawless. Our defense was great. It was just our turnovers. And those turnovers were not coming from set plays. It was just coming from rushing too much and getting ourselves into bad.
11 at
in the second half of game number 1 and the early goings this one. Pero mula nakapagpapalo ng Gampete 2, 11 counter-attack na ang binibitawan dito ng top 5.
Look at the turnovers of TNT. The Monsters close to 10 kills per game. And game one, they turned the ball over 19 times. Good thing they had a good spread in the first half. They were able to win an end-to-end ball game. And now a total of 10 turnovers majority happening in the first quarter. And points off the field, 10 points for San Miguel and only 6 for TNT. But good run for them. We talked about the biggest lead of San Miguel, which stood at 22 points, 42 to 21 points. So this is a strong 11-2 counter run by TNT. They're only down by 13.
That is, as we've been talking about how that fought before, playing with those rebounds. Jericho in trouble in the backcourt. And a steal by Kelly Williams. Jordan to Stingray. Inside to Brandon. Henley down the middle. Sinalan. Inaabol dito, that's a 9-0 run. Part of a larger 13-2 run.
Yes, I think there was a foul on the 4 shots from the free throw line. Kasi hindi nakakasipat natin, ibigay ko ng free pieces.
Tama, and that changed the tide a little bit. Now they're going to just the ball. Finally a basket. And the drought of San Miguel.
Pero magandang defensive ang stop pa rin yung lumatit. Nalagay natin siya eh. Yun lang ah. Pababa ang papa.
That was the problem with the movement of and that forced rather than Lennox Rosser to help out.
Pero hindi feel like it because you don't maintain the way so they review. So, para hindi na magkakulupan ang yan, eh, pero magsasalita sila, hindi ko intending.
I think it was clear. 46-33, a bit more breathing for Panasonic SMB. Under 3 remaining in this first half. Williams split, no. Chumpan will collect the board. Pablo now with 7 points and 8 rebounds. CG in attack mode. Over to Chumpan. Davis. Looking to do. Namide. Jericho trying to clean it up. Six points in the game by Jericho.
And that's free throw shots. Tama yung ginagawa ni JB.
Second person, but yeah, but Chumpan.
This is what they're missing about TNT. Itong si Kelly Williams had a spectacular first half in game 1. In tonight's ball game, still 0 so far. This is his best opportunity to contribute offensively. And because it's the first
Maraming beses tumatami si Ed. Pero maraming hinahanap na sigurado ang ating kombinasyon. Ang iba, hindi na natin ang reactive happen. So, kayo tayo yung game na combination of the game is making
Williams, who is a 79% free throw shooter, misses both.
And remember, he was our best player of the ball game in game 1. Roughly for 15 points that he was willing to get. Atapos siya kaya ng Lennox Rosser doon.
Jericho trying to shake off the bottom. Goes and the three. Alam niya si Taze. Between 2 white shirts.
Here's a run from Yonder to the game.
Balik sa 17 bate ng San Miguel. Si Calvin, puro blanco ngayon ang tira.
And another defensive rebound by Ronnie Brugia.
He has second rebound to
6 points on 1 of 4 shooting para kay Otaka so far. CJ gusto na rin makapag-ambag para sa San Miguel. Step back three.
Everybody's just clicking a counter 9-0 run by the Beermen.
Yung onsing kalabakan nila nakita pakuna naman.
Look at his shot from Cruz, missed, and fighting for an offensive rebound was wrong because he missed the first one. Did not lose his sight on that offensive rebound once again, getting multiple shots to make a basket. Finally nails one. It's such a spectacular game for seeing itong San Miguel Beer.
Ang Batman hindi makasagot. In 136 points lang in the first half ng San Miguel, 53 yung TNT. Ngayon may 53 na ang SMB.
And another aspect that I can read at the domain of San Miguel in tonight's game, rebounding. They're all rebounded down in game 1, 55 for 2. Yes, but in tonight's game, grabe rebounding ng San Miguel, 27-20.
Yung tinatawag na nakapapit sa linya. At once, defenders around us pero wala namang nakatigit sa zone.
You cannot fault his effort. You know that he's aggressive, trying to get to the rim. He's getting out. But kontra sa wisyo eh. Wala sa timing. Nilokana kaya nag-turnover siya dito sa laban natin.
30 seconds time ang gagamitin na Coach Teo. 29.8 nakitira sa ating first half, Dr. J. Sandaling-sandali, binalik ng SMB sa 20 yung abante nila.
Yeah, when they were able to come up with good defensive stuff. Ito 30 second timeout, you probably want the back for 3 and 24 seconds. Kasi pag nag-score ka doon, hindi mo na
Last 2 minutes.
okay. Now, ang importante rito is you try to get a good shot and use the clock as much as possible. You also remind your players, pag nag-mintis man tayo, huwag tayo mabawal kasi penalty tayo. These are the times when coaches talk to their players and remind them of every situation on the floor.
And yung ginawa ni Rothman ng Game 1, nag-may 6.7 rebounds na siya. Mas Rothman yan mga momento.
Nakalipa pa ulit ang defensive, wala na yan eh.
When part of getting shots to the point of Dr. J, you have to get good shots so that Rodney Brunyan will be in position to get offensive rebounds. So make him get a good position where he's close to the basket or inside the shaded area para magkaroon siya ng chance ang makaribang. Hindi pwedeng bumaba pa lang siya, hitira na kayo. Ewan ang offensive rebound, they find power. Ipapakita itong manlalaro.
Buti na lang talaga, nandito si Dr. J. Mas mabilis sa distance ito. 8 rebounds na nga si Rodney. Pero pa yata goaltending na nakita kanina. Ito. Tuloy na pa. So it's going to be 55-33.
Tama. So tama yung buti may review mechanism tayo dito sa TV. Kanina, naging pretentious yung laban ng Philadelphia. Di ba? Dahil nga versus Houston, dahil hindi tinawagan ng goaltending si Kevin Durant.
Atake ni Max yun. Back to the largest lead of the game na 55-33. CJ gusto dagdagan niya. Heading in front. CJ. Bounces over to Jericho.
Meron pa ba? So, maibigyan pa ng free throw. Meron si Jericho Cruz. And you talk about San Miguel's firepower. This is coming right now. This is where they're most dangerous. When they are shooting and also when they are passing. That extra pass enabled Jericho Cruz to shoot plus a foul.
That will be assist number 10 now para dito sa San Miguel. Branson Mendes. Sa ace naman nila sa Miguel at Anthony Gordon.
Depensa ng San Miguel, limited TNT to just 33 points.
How about Bobby Johnson and only his fourth start of the Philippine Cup? Splendid performance para sa kanya in 30 minutes. May 9 points na. Siya ang ating Batman Player of the Hand. Hatin sa atin na.
Iba kasi itong final press ko, itong season na to, kasi 50th anniversary. Maalala ka, nag-champion din ng 50th anniversary. So, ganyan.
Gusto ko magpasalamat sa Panginoon Diyos sa pagtitulong ito at bigyan kami ng pagkakataon na makakatulong dito sa championship na 8 na siya.
But now, they are really in a formation compared sila. And very determined to win another championship.
Sa Miguel, we all know that they have dominated the Philippine Cup for the last decade practically. This time, I think we're more complete. The first time that we met in the finals, I was only able to coach 4 out of the 7 teams. And the last time we were depleted because of our injuries. So hopefully now the difference is we are more complete, not 100% complete. And it's still no guarantee. But I think hopefully we have better chances this time.
Ako natin ang malakas yung performance ng gawin ng apat na finals appearance straight yun. Pero bibigyan natin ng best namin para makuha yung campeonato. Pero yun nga, parang namin bibigyan natin ng best.
I don't know what season we did last time, but you know, it's gonna take a team effort. You know, some of those are so poised and so seasoned. They've been around the block so many times. You know, there's a reason why these guys are the teams that go through there. So we have a mighty task at us, but you know, we feel good. We're excited for the challenge. I think we will do get it into this series. You know, it's gonna be a dogfight.
Maybe challenge na every time you face PNP, parang ang challenge ka, papakaisip ng mga kailangan mo na nalagay sa mga game tulad na sinabi ng mga coaches, bakbakan to, hindi sila bibigyan, magkakahibigan sa labas ng court, pero magkaaway sa loob ng court. Abangan niyo to at kung makakapanood kayo live, mas maganda po. Inaasahan ko po kayo na suportahan ng PBA. Maraming salamat.
Tigas to eh, naiwan doon sa akin. Lamig. Ligo.
Diba?
Magte-try agad naman po natin second breaker sa big bayan. Tapos sa natin balik board. Confirm natin.
Eh, bilang ka din, boy. Ba't ito nalaglag?
Try agad
Ha?
natin second breaker sa big bayan.
Ano mo? Nawala, oh.
Confirm namin na
Hindi na gumana. Pinatong niya pala sa charger. Tipor pa to, eh.
So ito na guys, tikman na natin itong right. Both defensively and offensively, that's why they're up 23 to 36. Yung mga hard time executing their offense because of their pressure, of Philippines pressure.
Yan ay delta kung tatawagin. Ganun siya ang connection niya. Delta yan kung tatawagin. Bali to 20 volts yan. Ayon sa net range. Ang net range kasi natin to 20 volts. Delta. Kung makikita natin guys, ito na yung delta natin. Ngayon kung gawin natin Y, ganun lang natin. Ito guys, tips ko lang sa mga baguhan. At least mayroong idea din yung mga baguhan. May nagtatanong pati sa akin tungkol dito. Ganun mo lang guys. Pag ganun ang connection niya, ito na yung Y connection 380 volts. Yung napatanong, delta yun to 20 volts. Ito naman ang Y, 380 volts. Dahil ang linkage natin ay dual.
Sayo ko ni Bulwala na kung tagi sa gabi, anak ko siya nagalag. Sa madatagang ibuboy, magpatutuwa. Sayo ko ni Bulwala na matayo ko ng bahay. Anong brand ng wire nga ba yung magandang gamitin? So dito sa store guys, marami talaga mga nagkakanvas dito about sa wire. Kung ano nga ba yung magandang gamitin.
Alam niyo ba sa hanggang sa medication dito sa Saudi ay mas magpapareho sa hanggang sa pwesto sa natin sa Pilipinas. Minsan pa nga kapag mga tiyamahan ay mga nagpapalala dito sa Saudi, mas mataas pa sa
So, ako lang itong tubagon itong comment, no? Ni Ana siya nga, ay, single mom, dahil ka, saya nga, ay, single, dahil ko.
Ipangusta na karon bawal ito. Wala doon mag-drive moto. Ang mga 18 bobos, ang musuka, inahan may musuka. Ako na yung gusto doon na ako yung bawal.
Nung game number 1, ang TNT lamang 53-36 at that was a 17-point lead. Dito sa game 2, San Miguel doing even better than what TNT did. 57-33, 24 ang abante ng mga magsiservesa. As they try and tie up this race to 4. Katabi pa rin natin about Dr. J. Andiala at the end. Coach Ryan Gregorio, ang hometown hero dito sa Antipolo sa gitna. Coach Archie, it's from TNT and really, that was a 33 points at the half.
Grabe talaga. But you have to give credit to sa defense ng San Miguel. Kitang-kita natin, they were contesting shots, they were fighting for loose balls, disrupting the offense of TNT. All 24 minutes of the first half. Ito ang naging resulta. Only 25% from the field for TNT, 8 out of 31. Very impressive shooting for San Miguel, 55%. Rebounding, dominated by TNT in game 1. Pero ngayon, mahigit sa doble, 28-13. Looking to stop it to 8 second chance points. For San Miguel, 0 for TNT, and points in the paint. We've been talking about the two giants, Mokau Tua, pati na rin itong si Jomar Fajardo. They are just owning the paint. And also, Ronnie Brunyan, kaya namang malamang San Miguel dyan sa kategorya niya.
Yung Fajardo may 9 rebounds.
rebounds. Si Brondial, merong 8. Pero leading them in scoring is Don Trollano, Dr. J with a dozen points.
Yeah, you know, nag-pick up na rin yung mga ibang hindi dati na-score like Johnson by starting certainly contributed to the uprising of San Miguel immediately at the start of the ball game. Tapos si Lassiter, ang balik ng second quarter, mabigat 8 points, including 1 point shot.
At wala pa siya sa leading scorer sa San Miguel. Brondial, 6 points na. Pero may 8 rebounds. Ang pinaka-performance pa dito.
Double up niya kayo ng rebounding, di ba?
Hindi na natakot sa kulungan kasi pagka nasa kulungan siya, kahit matatahimik niya palagi.
In order to get your
Kaya
team
kahit
going,
nagkakahila pa nga sa
first and
kulungan niya.
foremost is our concentration and energy.
Napakasarap ng buhay sa kulungan.
Just by the body language alone, you know when it's defeated at the start. And the numbers say it as well. They more than doubled our rebounding. They have a lot of points from offensive rebounds in fast pace, so it's a lot of energy first, because without our energy and movement, no matter what game plan we apply, it won't work. So it has to start there.
Thank you so much, Coach Josh. Natuloy, balik sa inyo.
So, according to Coach Josh, para they're not happy with the effort rendered by their players. You know that Tropang 5G just came off a victory, a rousing one in game 1. So they felt like probably just merely showing up is enough to win against San Miguel. But it's not. That is not the case. You know, this team plays with so much pride. And that is what they're doing here in the first 2 quarters of play.
And if history dictates, Dr. J, pinakita na natin kanina, no? Nung huling 4 na beses nagkita na ang San Miguel at ang TNT sa finals, starting in 2017 all the way to the last Philippine Cup. Ang naging nakakaroon na TNT Game 1, pero kalaunan in all 4 of those meetings, San Miguel pa rin ang nagkakampiyon.
And I think wala na talaga 2-0 good parating 1-1 after game number 2. But the point is, one game is far from over. Depende lang, like we said, 11 turnovers ang parehong kupunan. But San Miguel has 5 steals compared to only 1 para sa DNP.
Here we go, third quarter now underway. Ang mga nakapalang ng San Miguel will have Wami Johnson, CJ Perez, Marshall Lassiter, Montal Tuan, and Juba Balo. That's the same starting unit. Sa kabila may adjustment, Gio Alalon is part of the starting 5, as well as Jordan Heavy. Sasamahan nila ito sa Brandon Ganuelas roster, Kenny Williams, and Calvin Antana. Hanalo came off the bench in the first half. Did not see action game fun, as Coach Archie pointed out. Kelly Williams will get this move to select.
Very good start here for TNT. They forced a stop on defense and they were able to make a basket dun sa kanilang offense, courtesy of that drive by Kelly against Jumar Pardo.
Jumar drops it off. Tautuan could not handle it. Last touchdown to Russell.
The one thing that I noticed of TNT, even in game number 1, when they do pressure after a converted basket, they force San Miguel into a lot of trouble bringing up the ball.
CJ, limited minutes in the first half because of foul trouble. Gives it up to Mo. Tautuan misses. Rosser reaches for it. Hanalo will push the action. Gio in attack mode. Rifles it. Antana back over to Brandon. Nice sidestep by Rosser, and he's fouled by Lassiter.
Very impressive move for a big man losing the last line defender by the Euro step. It is si Brandon Ganuelas roster. So again, for Tropang 5G, they have to increase their effort on defense. They've done that here at the start of the quarter. 2 consecutive stops for them. Let us see if they continue to score 3 straight baskets here for TNT. And expecting this guy makes a free throw that they would put backward pressure again.
So yung isang kahon mabawasan ng 4 in a matter of a minute and 11. Abay na may pressure na ina-expect ito. Lassiter na nagtawid. Ayaw nila pakanganan nito si Johnson dahil si Hanalo ng bantay na rito. Tautuan off the dribble.
Wala na siya si Tautuan. Siya nang pipilit ang galing sa laban.
Williams off the secondary. Puts it on the deck. Two shots para back. Traffic Chica. Pilipin natin ang defensive stop na ito. Of course,
iba sa atin, ay Galasusi, senyado ang bubong, anumang panahon.
At hindi nila magkakagalit kay Tuwa sa hindi ba kaya. Lalo yung karito dito, nakapiling na tira.
At ito naman si Rogman, babalik para dito sa SFB. Rondel, usually a fixture to their starting unit this Philippine Cup, pero 95%. Dalawang free plus ni Mo nagsisimula.
Pero ang gusto mo kay Rondel, role player siya, and he accepts that. Kasi nakasap ng score. So, kung mag-score siya, good. Diba? Pero talaga sa kanya, story ang hinahanap niya, hindi ka sa base pitching. And there's the pressure again. They do that very well.
Focus lang sa nakla, no? At dito kay Rondel. Whatever it takes. Dito sa number 91 at San Miguel. Marshall trying to break free. We go to Jumba. Next by Rola.
Finally, better execution in offense. They did not panic. They went to do one farther. It's almost automatic from that range.
Wow, what happened to total 9 points?
So yung aggressiveness na hinahanap ni assistant coach Josh Reyes, nakikita natin dito sa TNT sa panimula ng third quarter. Only 2 points so far from the Beerman.
Will reset now. This will be CJ and Jumba playing that two-man game. Jumba against Kelly. To the other side they go. 6 to shoot. Wami saw the opening. Jumba will handle the board.
6 consecutive offensive for San Miguel, 5 were foiled by the defensive TNT, which is resulting in easy baskets. This time, a slam dunk from BGR.
Alano will locate Kelly. 12 puntos nga para kay Jordan. Kelly for 3. Doesn't work.
Level of growth when it's left behind.
Rondel now with 9 rebounds. 59-40 is the score. Williams with a steal. Shia will push the pace. Ohtana lilipad.
And the timeout has to be called because napakasama ng execution nitong San Miguel. And look at TNT taking advantage of their quickness and using its left hand for that layup. The lead is down to 17.
This program is brought to you by Pioneer Elasticity.
Taon-taon sa amin ang biktima. Akala namin, hindi kami matadali. Libo-libo kaming tinatamaan. Hindi kami nakapag-anda. Ganyan kapag may tulo, ang bubong. Pag pumasok ang tubig sa loob, lahat apektado. Ayusin ang bubong with Pioneer Elasticity. Selyado ang bubong, ano ang panahon?
Ang pinakamalaking concern ng SME at the half that is relevant now when I third quarter played out ay ang kanilang turnover according to assistant coach Peter Martin. Nagulat sila sa pressure defense ng TNT, kaya executing despite this was and still is the priority. Sa kabila naman ng 3 personal fouls ni CJ, they appreciated how he still came out with the assist. Tatlo ang kanyang naitala in the first half. So they will still use him normally, but the ask from CJ is to keep sharing the ball and finding opportunities for his teammates. Gentlemen.
In 3 minutes and change, nakadalawang turnover kagad ang San Miguel, wala ang TNT. Kaya naman ang tropang 5G now on a 9-2 run of play.
Ano mo, pag hindi ka makashoot talaga sa malalayo, kailangan talaga makalayup ka. Or get to the basket, or have a 3-2, 4-on-3 situation. And you create that by creating havoc. You know, that's a problem with them. Without Jericho Cruz and Juliano on the floor, pag nag-play ball,
ang TNT, mas malakas sila kaysa sa Miguel. And they have the people that can really put pressure. San Miguel does not have the players that can fight the pressure. When those guys are sitting down.
Another turnover. That's the third one for San Miguel.
Kita-kita ang nangyayari eh.
Alam mo ang problema ng TNT? For a team that averages 13 3-point makes a game, nakakaabang pa rin sila.
Talagang na-defensahan din talaga ng San Miguel. Lalo-lalo na yung mga 3-point shooters din ng TNT, particularly itong Scott Santana. At pati si Kenny Williams, Kenny Williams had 1-3 in their previous game. And another thing is, ito namang San Miguel, which is the point of Dr. J, they forced or they allowed ito si Marshall Lassiter to bring the ball down against the pressure of Octana. Hindi naman sanay mag-pivot si Lassiter.
Hindi malayo. Look at that. They made the changes from 1 to 3. Point guard, shooting guard, and one forward.
Pumasok si Jericho Cross Petroliano. Sasabayan. Ito si Jumar.
Nakatapal ni Jumar.
Yun ang malaking bago.
Oh yes, such a huge development right now for Coach Leo Austria. Let's see what he will do. So far, no movement yet.
Gusto niyo pa rin sa Ferrari. Yung magpapalit. Okay ako.
O sino masusunod?
Siyempre. Siyempre, as a coach, hindi siya respect si Jumar.
Oh yes.
At saka nasunod naman, di pinalitan.
Parang sinasabi ni Jumar, coach, alam ko, 4 ang foul ko.
Ako na mag-aalala.
Nag-aala na lang sarili ko.
And those are the fouls attributed to John Mar. Yung running stop ito si Kenny Williams from the top of the key. So, naiiwas lang siya ron. O, protect naman yung kanan ni Kenny Williams.
11 to 2, third quarter na to para sa TNT. Kaya magabasa kami lima.
Nine offensive possessions here for San Miguel. A lot of misses and a lot of turnovers though.
Natataranta na sila.
Yun na nga.
Natataranta na. Yan rin ang problema mo kung wala kang magaling na point guard that can fight all of those pressure.
Alalo, trying to take on Ross. Olalos din po. Masyadong malapit na surot si Kenny doon.
Sabi niyo, for Kenny, he had got to find Jumar. And he could have almost pitched for a big foul.
Umiiwas na si John Mar eh. But true enough, kinoffer yung kanan ni Kelly. Pumuntang kaliwa, wala masyadong elevation.
Ross against Alalo. Siya yung gamit yung nagpahan. Ross at his best. Tapos din sumakuha sa kanya. Jericho, down the middle of the defense. Bumalik ni Kenny.
Again, it's just a big-time basket by Don Troviano to silence TNT a little bit. That was a booming three to increase their lead to 18.
Alalo being given that space. Kenny for three. Yeah.
He's very happy that he made that shot.
It's getting a little good rhythm right now. Just consistently attacking the defense of Gilman.
What a third quarter start for TNT. They know that to make the comeback early. Kundi, pwede na sila matulog, di ba? They're doing it right at the right time.
Alamo on the run. Lilua. Frontier now with 10 rebounds.
Alam nila, they want to get Gio Arano out of the game.
No, they do.
Pag napaupo mo yan, parang nabunutan ang tinig.
There's nobody on that team that can do what he's doing.
He hustles, he plays defense. And look at him, out Chris Ross.
Inside the jukebox, back to the Hickman, was that Kelly? Was that Brandon? Doesn't matter.
It's all starting because of the pressure defense of TNT. Even the empty passes inside are now anticipated by TNT's defense. different here in the third quarter. Mr. May, the mentality of Tropa 5G is just to push the ball. After that layup of Cruz, quick inbound, is attacked right away.
And you've got the perfect man at the helm, Gio Honalo. He'll pound anybody with the ball on one end and he can push it the other way.
And then they use it, Jesus, but it does not give what Gio Honalo does. The problem is Gio Honalo in the frontier defense.
Guerra.
Sabi niyo po, Kenny siguro.
Oo, si Kenny pinalitan. Tapos si Galinato mag-aantay dahil malamang si Rosser magpapahingahin.
Papunta na si Kenny, kakasunod kay Lumar. Lumar,
Brandon Rosser now with 9 points to go along with 4 rebounds. More importantly, binabati sa labing tatlong nahabol ng Tropa 5G.
And solid first 6 minutes for Tropa 5G. Kita-kita natin, nakakabit na sila sa laban natin ngayon.
Largest lead was 24 at dahil po yun. Hanalo for the takeaway. Gio to Brandon. Back to the other side. Oh, number 3.
Sensational fight back by Tropa 5G. And starting on the defensive end, and now they're finding themselves open for a three-pointer.
Down by as many as 24 at the break, Dr. J. TNT just teeing off on San Miguel here. 21 puntos na sila sa third man, holding San Miguel to only 5 points so far this frame.
Oh, huge turnaround here in the third quarter. Look at the points this quarter for TNT. 21 points for them, and only 7 for San Miguel. And not only that, you know that San Miguel likes to get the ball in the good part of those downward straight. But it has been a scouted option for them. But we didn't go to speed, but we didn't see Gio Honalo get fouled. And not only that, but better defense. That is the biggest game changer here. But the Tropa 5G advantage on your back today.
Move away from. There's not enough foul money. So mahirap gamitin siya as a screener. Baka patawagan na illegal play. Papunta na sa company. They should stop going to him as a coach unless he's not going to keep it. They introduce him on a screen and roll type of motion play.
Proliano, got it across. Hindi manapit ng maayos si Proliano. They go to Ross. Jump back down low again. Ay, the double team. He goes back to Chris.
That's a foul. Natawagan na yun. And that's exactly what they're hoping for. They've been praying for that. Dahil gusto nila matanggal talaga si Gio dyan sa loob ng court.
Kaya umahanda kasi Chris Ross and let's get Gio Honalo in foul trouble. But quicker in the rotation right now, especially dun sa big man rotation si Coach Sean Reyes. Maaga pinagpahinga si Kenny kanina, pumasok si Aaron ngayon naman. Babalik si Galinato. Relatively fresh si Galinato in this game. Points off the turnovers. This quarter 10-0 advantage TNT.
Proliano lost his dribble. He goes to the other side. Ross lines it up.
This guy is just so cool and is not afraid to take shots from the outside and finally buries one from deep.
Heading Peguelo. Galinato with a pitch. They go to the other corner. Hanalo trying to get around Ross. Hanalo spins away. Nice. Cruz puts it up. It is to the bottom. Nanamas Quezon. Broken again with the board. Jericho Peguelo. 6 to shoot. 4:20 remaining in the third. Cruz puts it up. Low. Jump by Williams.
In the first half, we saw domination of the left for San Miguel. And this is exactly what they're doing right now in the third quarter. Another putback by JMF.
5-0 counter by SMB. Hanalo misses. It is picked up by Proliano.
But go outside shots by Hanalo here, not really doing them well. But he's so good.
Another one. Galinato with the board. Something else. Another travel. Opa trying to calm down TNT. Galinato Tatlong team foul yan para sa TNT.
Jericho Cruz arguing na dapat natawagan ng foul si Point Aaron doon.
Yung team natin season, another guy that can put a lot of pressure in the backcourt. At nakapapaintin na rin si Gio dahil tumingin na siya.
Taking one shot long.
Cruz in motion. Johnson inside. Chukman. Dubrovsky. Itaangulawan. Sa pagkakataon niya, Mapatak is back on. Octana going to work. Ayaw talaga ng mga Gretzky. Gabi para dito sa TNT. And with 2:56 remaining in this third quarter, everybody's gonna need this breather. San Miguel doing enough to stay ahead. Lapit na pa rin. Arabante, nag-Beerman, 69-54.
This program is brought to you by Arena Plus, official partner of the PBA.
The best players succeed because they set boundaries. Every great athlete.
Gumana sa amazing trips kasama si Aga Mula. Pinoy Explorer dito sa RPTV para sa Pinoy.
100 plus lang. Ganito na yung tape ng motor nyo. Yun! Tumutumigas yung tindip ng motor.
Backwards inside the United Center in Antipolo, kung saan ang San Miguel has weathered this third quarter storm cooked up by TNT. Balik sa labing lima, Arabante ng Beerman, 69-54. Down after, it was cut to death. Coach Wilbur Torreoneto, JFB on the Antipolo. Quick is better going for throwing the sideline spot dito sa RPTV. What an eventful third quarter we have witnessed already.
Oh, remarkable effort by TNT at the start of the third quarter. But they are both tama.
What's up, team coach?
The quarter by Chris Ross was a big one for them just to maintain a certain separation. But hindi pa, masyado malayo pa ito, doing 56 pa. Dito natitira sa third quarter and the entire 12 minutes in the fourth quarter for TNT to launch a comeback.
Dr. J and San Miguel shooting 5 of 14 from that three-point line. TNT on the other hand, mas marami ng isa, 6, pero 23 attempts yan, 26% lang. Again, ang average na per game throughout the innings, 13 makes per game.
Mababa nga eh. Pero at least, San Miguel naman, may isang 4-point shot eh. Right? And look at that pressure when they trap you at the corners.
Pati si Tita doon, na-pressure, umiwas.
Hindi, magaling umiwas yan talaga.
Umiwas, ang galing.
No, araw pa, nag-iwas kami, nag-iwas yan.
Tumatangsak sa'yo, no? Of course, the legendary Tita Bot of Juan ang ating court director ngayon game 2. Nice shot by Ray.
Good execution once again. This time, great read by Galinato on that backdoor cut by Ray Nambata. Down to 13 is the lead of San Miguel.
Ang problema pa ng San Miguel, numerous for fouls. There's only 2 points in this quarter. Pero hindi nila maalis eh.
Cross by even.
For sure, because it could have easily close like traveling situation for Ross.
Instead, nakadiligensiya ng foul natin si Chris. 69-56. It is still San Miguel by 13.
Mapagkat yung something talaga ni Kelly at saka niya together. Kelly and Ricky and Ross missing that first free throw.
Magkasabay yung Kelly tsaka yung Brandon, it does wonders for TNT. As we get this report from Bell.
Bakit nawawala kayo? Yan ang naging tanong ni Coach Leo sa dami ng kanilang turnovers dito sa third quarter. quarter. Better screens and special mention dyan kay Roddy Branian ang nakakita ng huddle. Meron rin emphasis mula kay Coach Leo na kapag dinodoble sila, you have to show up. Kailangan yung magpakita. Pagkatanggap kayo ng bola, kailangan mabilis kayo but also very deliberate. Gentlemen.
Si Bronquial hurt himself here.
Natawagan na siya ng violation after natakitak pa. And it is so important to them right now.
Lalo na, sinasabi nga ni Miss Bell, hinahanap ni Coach Leo yung focus ng SNB. Bronquial is one of those guys who can inspire the rest of the squad.
Yeah. One thing that is going Bronquial's way is he's really not looking for his shots, not demanding the ball. It's just letting his teammates get shots off and he will go for offensive rebounds. But this is going to be a huge development. Look at him, Roddy Bronquial.
Nasa loob na nga.
Ayun, ako, yung nakakapakil niya.
Okay, good. Pero maliwanag na di ba nabibitawan yung free throw, nasa loob na siya.
In the way that Tamtua played the start of this quarter, he might not be so happy bringing him on right now. They can use a guy like Manfa too. Kasi yan nakakatulong yan. He's also a role type of player.
Tsaka may gigit yung bata niya, no?
May pinibuli sa kanya sarili. Just like Davido Binebra, who plays very well. Yeah. Tignan natin kung may problema dito dahil hindi nakaalis agad si Bronquial. He stayed there while the one on the floor. Medyo yung chinik doon pa
It was really a bad cortical sprain, di ba? Kita natin yun eh. Kaya up to now, he is wincing in pain. And the adjustment of Coach Leo Austria is to bring in initially si Montal Tua, pero nagtanggal din ang warmer itong si Andres Cavite.
Baka pati si Junmar pagpahinga. Tignan natin. It's a good breather for everybody though. With 2-0 we were leading in the third. Tinitignan ng mga ref kung meron pang ibang nangyari doon bukod sa lane violation. Meron pang pukulan, meron pang sisilipin pa sila. Lahat ng anggulo posible sinisilip doon.
Baka linagay mo yung paa mo to, kaya natama. Landing spot din yun of a rebounding situation.
And actually, Junmar cherishes that because nababay na siya. Ito makapalitan na siya. Coach John, malalim ang iniisip. Third quarter pa lang ng tayo. Medyo matagal ang pinag-review bago nagkaroon ng decision dito.
Tingnan natin.
Unsportsmanlike behavior was not met. All possession limited to 18 by 2.
I don't think there was anything unsportsmanlike there.
So it's just playing on.
Sinilip lang. Ba't makasigurado?
Tama kung may nag-iwan ba ng paa, but after a series of replays from different camera angles, walang nakita, medyo suspicious doon. Kaya balik lang ang bola dito sa tropang 5G. But what is significant here is the run of TNT. 23-12. So they chopped off yung 9-point lead or 9 points on the 24-point advantage of San Miguel.
Lamig pa rin.
Yung third lang ka guys, ipa-search muna ako sa set.
Dalton and Hittinger together in the front court. Kalaban sina Eram and Rosmer.
Pero gusto rin naman ni Troniano, may rebound na siya, may puntos pa.
Somebody's 156. San Miguel by 15. Eram ay hindi pa practice yung doon. So again, San Miguel starting to weather that TNT storm. Rodiano was on a fishing expedition there, Coach Archie.
And this is actually where football done when you're trying to climb back from a big hole and then you exert a lot of energy. At some point, mapapagod ka talaga eh. So, I think it is safe to say na medyo na-weather ng San Miguel yung storm ng TNT and now they're more composed in their attack.
Palagi, pagka may ganitong sitwasyon, naalala ko palagi yung quote ni Michael Schumacher. It's one thing to catch him, but it's another to pass him. Sige, habol ka, pero tsaka na.
Si Jackie, medyo horse racing siya ngayon eh.
Walang kabayong hindi mo tumitigil ang remake. Ang tawag nila doon. You stop somewhere along the line, get it up all the way back.
73-56 ang nasa ating tadaan. Coming up on a minute remaining in the third. Napapak on the move. Step back on CJ. Stick
Matira yun.
Matagal pa ito. So long way to go in the third quarter.
Equal. Oh, Mexican. Pakapa. Sa pool sa panga. Sinambata. And CJ knew it too.
Yeah, he initiated the contact. That was the medyo malakas ang kanyang he was trying to get open. Parang siya puro kang tawagan, parang ganun yung naging reaction eh. Here, he was trying to get open. Ayan o, parang, oh no! But that will be his fourth personal foul.
Naramdaman ko dito eh. Sarap natin lahat. Naramdaman ko yung tama sa panga eh. Pati yung pagsara ng ipin eh. Uy, pwede bumaba sa 12. 11 o Gisto bago matapos ang third. Nakaantapon sila. 2 shots para tayo para sa Stever.
You know, he has tried using Kahili here. But Kahili is a good post defender as well as more of the interior. If they use it, he has to guard a guy like Nambata. He's going to have a lot of problems. He cannot follow him. And there's penalty.
And that is how intelligent Ray Nambatak is. Knowing exactly who he is facing or who is trying to guard him. He is attacking him from the outside. There is no way to point off to Jay that Kahili can keep in step with the quickness of Nambatak if it's going downhill.
And that allowed them actually a 2-for-1 situation here.
Mabasa ka lahating kahon. Bante rito ng SLB. Sitautuwa na naman.
Buti na lang na si patawag ni referee doon against Kelly Williams. Hindi. Almost another interception.
Seems like what they want is, or at least the defensive TNT, is get the ball in the hands of Tautua and let Tautua make a decision off the dribble.
CJ been slowed down by fouls all night long. He stays on the floor, looking to score. CJ dives in.
And that is what he does so well. Off the ball, offensive rebound, in the glass for the putback.
75-61, San Miguel losing 10 of their halftime lead. That's it, Joe. Heading into the 14. Needed every single one of it, Coach Archie.
Oh yes, and that is why they're still on top by 14, thanks to the exploits of this guy, only 4 points and a free throw. And now, huge detonation for the Dong.
Mas intense ang mga laro at mas tumindi ang mga highlights. The biggest basketball stars in the world are here. Don't miss the 2025-2026 NBA season of these platforms. Power and Play, Linggo 7 a.m. sa RPTV para sa Pinoy.
Buksan ang ating fourth and final quarter ng Game 2. Silipin muna natin, paano nga ba naging 75-61 ang ating score with San Miguel still up by 14? It is the perimeter shooting ng SMB plus 8 sila. Alam naman nating main weapon ng TNT ang 3-point shooting at perimeter scoring nila. So far, inaalat pa ang tropang 5G. Points in the paint, inside scoring, at tawag mo dyan, bakit ko DTE? Sa din ang nala, 8 plus 14 sila. 13 so far para dito sa magsiservesa. How about Rocky Brondial? With everybody else taking care of the scoring, he and doing the dirty work underneath. Only 6 points, pero 12 rebound na. 5 pa doon offensive. Napakabigat ng iniaambag ni Rothman Rosian, Coach Archie.
A sensational job by our production crew getting that summary and giving us a glimpse as to why San Miguel is up by 14 points. And there is another facet in this game that San Miguel is so used to in terms of dominating the rebounding and 42 to 21 on rebounds. Offensive rebounds 12 to 5, advantage San Miguel. Second chance points. This is very telling, partner. 17 second chance points for San Miguel, 0 for TNT.
Leading scorer natin, 19 points para dito. Kay Don Troliano, nagtatay ni 11 mula kay Julman and 10. Mula naman kay Jericho Cruz. Ito si Rocky Johnson, naka 9 points ng first half. Pero 3 points shot delivered there to Coach Archie. To open up the scoring in the fourth. Baltua. Pero may braso na inabot din doon.
Following rebound against Brandon Galuelos Rosser, but the shot from 4 by Raymond Bata. Something that we've seen him do a couple of times here in this conference. And look at his challenge by BGR, pero natawagan ng siyang foul.
Dahil sa 4 na yun, silang batang na leading scorer ng TNT with 17. Heading scored 12 of his 14 in the first half. Slow down siya in that third. Backing them up is Calvin Tana with a measly 11-point performance on 3 of 8 shooting. They're going to need a lot more mula kay Calvin.
The momentum has definitely shifted. He playing so much better in the second half, while San Miguel trying to continue to get a little separation. 50% of that trip for Big Mo.
Dr. J, we've got an 11-point game here early in the fourth.
But the defense of TNT certainly picked up here in the third and fourth quarter. That's the reason why they've been able to come out.
Ross with a swing for a one-and-a-half sprint. CJ Tutroliano. He's got Mo with him.
That was just a championship day there by Chris Ross, keeping that ball alive and completing it. That run was Mo Balboa on that close range shot.
That's going to be a kick from Mo. Kasama nila Ross at Mo. Etong sina CJ Perez, Don Troliano at Andres Kennedy. Sa kabila sila Brandon Rosser, Reynan Batang, Lento Muslim, who's been quiet tonight. Andiyan lang din si Calvin Atana. At etong si Simon Enciso. Octana makes a move, loses control. Trying to save it, runs into his own man. Natulas dito ni Calvin.
He apologizes to his teammates. And we're going to see Gio Alado come back to the ball game.
Season papalitan dito ni Alado. So for the first time, nagsasabay sila ng Batang at Alado. Let's see what that does sa kanilang pressure. CJ magtatawid para sa San Miguel. Gets it across safely. Contra is Stigrin. Ross pointing to the other way. CJ pa rin. Slide down the middle si Mo. Nakitawa na naman itaw Tua. Kanilig hustle sprint. Either Alado o Rosser ang foul jack.
Mga Sir Rosa ang ginawa doon. Pagsakin naman si Hailey.
Ang dapat din yan para dito kay Rosser.
Mabigat yun, because he's really been doing well at the power forward or center position.
Naka-furniture, di ba? Natuhod sa building ko na Chinese. 13 abante na San Miguel. Here is Perez. Making his move over to Baltua. Tumakas si Kahili. Perez launches it. He misses it. Atalo will tap it over to Tana. Kahili trying to catch up. But what is with a finger roll?
This is what they like. Quick pace, fast break attack, and not waiting for the defense of San Miguel to set.
I think that's the way to beat San Miguel. Even Lebron tried that against San Miguel, trying to run on every possession that they have.
CJ again, powering ang bantay niya. He came out in our first time back since starting the game. He forces that miss, or contributes to the miss of CJ at least. Octana finally is here, and he's hit on the face by Ross.
He was really warming up that. Kasi nasa kanto of Calvin, pero I saw a little motion there, and
appreciate what happened.
Putol yata tinamaan.
Hindi tinamaan, yes. Hindi tinamaan.
Pero nang si Tana nakataan ang uli pagsundot niya bro.
Taking on the look at this.
Sinundot niya from behind niya. Si Kahidi
Si Kahili, kaya nagulat si Chris Ross, parang sa kanya nagalit.
Kasi siya pumasok may jet
Pa,
Ayun, ayun.
Eh, nakatakip na mukha ni Octana.
Hindi nila alam kung sino nang kusang
Now I want to see if the referees will interpret this one as an elbow without contact. Because there was obviously a little bit of a swing. The good thing is not hit Chris Ross. This is a better angle. That's a foul, yes. That's a hit on the eyes.
tutuloy siya. Kung tumama, hindi na ejected.
Oh, yes.
Likod pa ng ulo.
Buti na lang, hindi na tumama. Pero na natin, nagiging spray yung mga referees sa San Miguel.
Wow, very, very good score. Technical foul on Calvin Octana for
Technical lang yan, yes.
I think that's the best interpretation of what happened.
Now he's going to be thrown down at the line. For that technical free throw. And now even team manager Jojo Espinosa to the floor.
Don Troyano was not able to take advantage in this technical free throw.
Una ko talagang hindi ako ng Philippines because he was the one that was free all the way. Kaso meron siyang ginawa na hindi niya dapat ginawa. Buti na kala, hindi na tumama.
Yes. That was obviously the back of the head if it's hit.
Miss Bell, ano balita?
Be wary here when securing their offensive rebounds because now they have the guards involved. Ito ang naging call to action ni Coach Shell sa kanilang huling huddle. Really more boxing out ang kanyang gustong makita and outrunning of your men on the other side. Nakuha na tayo ng update kay Rocky Burnell ang huling spray to the right ankle, compression at anti-inflammatory meds ang ibinigay. Pero 8 of 10 daw ang pain kaya hindi pa raw siya according to P.T. Edward Bakason kung makakabalik pa si Burnell.
Salamat, Miss Bell. Malaking takot nga sa San Miguel. Rock Diaz has been playing solid basketball here in Game 2. Perez, 107 so far. He was shooting but it's more solid for that.
I don't know if he called that play because he was a back shot.
It's just a deadly combination. He is good and he's also lucky on that shot.
Tagalog. Nag-aalok na ng tataanan. Bibigyan ni Williams. Kelly's got something to work with. Big spin! Pero natapag ng ring. Pero nasa kabila.
Kelly again failing to launch properly, did not get the right elevation to shoot his layup. And what about the shot of TJ Perez? Shot clock winding down, could not know the defense about it. Decided to take that shot, and he caught the back, and he made it.
Ito yung sa kabila ng pangalawang beses na nangyari kay nabibitin. And CJ and his girl that kicks will go on a 5-0 personal run to push their lead back up to 16.
This program is brought to you by Pioneer Elasticity.
Taon-taon, marami sa amin ang nabibiktima. Akala namin, hindi kami madadali. Libo-libo kami tinatama. Hindi kami nakapag-handa. Ganyan, kapag may tulo, ang bubong. Pag pumasok ang tubig sa loob, lahat apektado. Ayusin ang bubong with Pioneer Elastoseal. Selyado ang bubong, ano ng panahon? Sa mga years.
Every time mangangalambag ang tropang 5G nakakagawa ng paraan ang SNB. Kaya naman matamis na research na naman ang kanilang abante rito. 83-7. TNT coming off their own timeout. They go to heading. He's had a slow second half. Defense definitely paid better attention to him. Crosser from 15 feet. No, Junmar with a rebound.
And that's a very important shot coming off the timeout with the momentum going to the other side again.
11 point, 14 rebounds now para dito kay JMF. CJ puts a set down. He scored the last 5. He goes to Alay. That's the impact on Brandon Ross.
Limang fouls na dito kay BGR. It's always difficult to guard Jumar Pardo, especially if he's on the move. So after setting that pick, he dove to the basket, got the leather, went for a shot, and now he nails the first one.
Junmar shooting 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 of 7 from the field. 12 puntos in total to go along with 14 rebounds. At nakipunas pa sa short.
Yun ang test play nila yung split control for Jumar rather than posting up. So yung posting up talagang pagtutulungan siya eh. Hindi ang forcing him to pass the ball.
Ang bata ka di around. It is standing up by 17. Stingray, pull up, wala. Wide left.
Ross is hurt.
Chris Ross clutching onto that right arm.
Pinasama siya ng ball. Look at him.
Huwag ka magulat pagka mawak ulit yung mga tumira. CJ.
See, now it's a total of 10 points. And 8 that's happening here in the clutch fourth quarter.
Narating yung 3-point check. Binigyan siya ng kumpiyansa na niya.
San Miguel erecting a 19-point lead once again. Sakto 7 minuto natitira para sa TNT. Nawala talaga yung rhythm na Jordan Hiddink.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. He just lost it.
Tautuan down the middle. Gannon with the board. Stingray getting his hands on it. It is goal time para sa TNT. And for 3. That 3-point shot has definitely abandoned TNT here in game 2.
With 6.5 minutes to go, they only have 67 points on the board.
7 of 25 3-point shooting of TNT tonight.
And another thing is, yung mga players na umiscore sa kanila noong game 1, absent in tonight's ball game. Itong si Eram, 6 points in the previous game, 0 in tonight's ball game. Even itong si Galinato, 12 points in game 1. In tonight's game, 3 points pa lamang.
This program is brought to you by Arena Plus, official partner of the PBA.
The best players succeed because they set boundaries. Every great athlete wins with control. always have a game plan.
The 2026 NBA All-Star Weekend is coming live from the City of Angels. Catch the star-studded action from February 14 to Valentine's hanggang 16. Live sa Pilipinas Live app. Also available on NBA TV Philippines and One Sports. For the first time, in 22 years, hindi mag-i-start na. Tama naman si Kevin Garnett eh. Sinabi niya, pinapakiusap niya sa lahat, huwag niyo nang iboto si Lebron. Dahil last year na boto, ayaw naman maglaro, hindi naglaro.
Para mga hindi pumunta yun. At saka iba format nila may word versus USA.
Ito, hindi ba po, Pato? Nandito si CJ Perez, person niya na nablantro sa pagkakawin. Nag-sign ko na bigla sumamba.
Hindi talaga race to PNP yung 10 points back here. After the year of the regular season, which stood at that score at 1.7 points per out of 10 points. This was scored during the fourth quarter.
Ay, ate!
Once again for Toronto 5G. Because Guardiana was not contributed offensively, will now sit on the bench, hit the showers early because of 6 fouls.
With just over 6 minutes to go here, when they raise, kanina may white flag na si Coach Shot, but when you actually raise it and pull out your starters, that is about 2 days stop, nasa bawat mo tayo.
Nakaya. Ano pa siguro? Another 1 or 2 minutes? Then yung una na ulit ito eh.
Kasi iba diskarte mag-series, di ba?
Actually, si Kenny lang ang papalitan mo pag imanin nito si Gavin Octana.
Kaya na, naghahanap na ang kapag-usap si Coach Shot.
Hindi, pero si BJ ang pinalik mo eh. Oh, but that's puta yun.
CJ making up for lost time. Uh-oh. Ganda ng passing ng SMB.
That might be it. A 23-3-point advantage for San Miguel.
Finish.
And the scoring of PNP very stagnant here in this game. Only 67 points for them after we scored 96 in game 1. 3 points for Saturday.
The best quarter was the third when they went up for 28. Pero parang pusat na ng gano'n, ano?
4 pala yung binatawin nila.
Tara sa masayang tanghalian kasama ang Barkadsa. Bulaga dito sa RTTV para sa Pinoy.
A lot of people say 9 Four-time MVP, 11-time champion, four-time finals MVP, 12-time BPC, ipanangalis sila, 8-time all-defensive team member.
Dapat talaga.
Sa Pilipinas, no doubt, siya.
Oh, yes.
Huwag kayo maingay, si Atty. Charlie, bago. Ha? Atty. Charlie, nagagalit. Sa 19-time champion, Dr. Bagyo.
Reference yan. The tonight's game, no need for him to go on a very lifting because of the contributions of his teammates. And yet, even if this is just a pedestrian game for Jumar Fajardo, the still has scored 15 rebounds on 8 attempts. That is 6 out of 8 from the field. So, sa ito, super game yan si Jumar. Step game lang.
Sometimes that's why he's not the best player of the game. Because he's expected to pick.
Yes.
Gio Alado suddenly picking up consecutive fouls there in the third quarter, picking up another one here in the fourth.
And that just might be it for TNT at least. This is the beauty of a series. Diba? Even if you lose one game, for as long as it's not game 7, you still have a chance to bounce back.
Don't tell them to halaman doon, nagmamadali pa rin si Gio. Nag-iingay pa si Kevin. Back to back. All of a sudden, 15 lang to. They got another stop and another 4. Papakain nila yung mga saligyan. Binatawag ka. The last couple of minutes, ano? Ayun, si Mo, sabi niya, relax na. Gio for 3. Caninado trying to clean it up his foul. Game 3, regardless of what happens in the next 4-18, will be this coming Sunday. Samoa Arena po tayo. The next 2 games actually, Sunday and Wednesday, games 3 and 4, Samoa tayo. If the score holds up, we'll be back here in Antipolo next Friday for Game 5.
Yes, and of course, from the lens of Coach Sean Reyes, there is one thing that his team needs to improve on, and that is, of course, rebounding. It is just what you call total domination by San Miguel, 48-27, and second chance points. I haven't seen anything like this, Doc. 19-0, second chance points, advantage San Miguel.
So, it was really a struggle for TNT to score, except when they were able to do so easily off the turnover. Doon sila nakaka-advantage pag namamadali sila at hindi nakakaset ang depensa ng San Miguel.
Yung Game 1, yung Game 4 nila eh. Pinakita natin yung kanina eh. No? TNT out-rebounded San Miguel 55-42 in that one. Pero dito nga, bubog sarado.
Lalo na kanina kay Brunel, buti wala lang nakashoot.
Pwede, mas malaki pa. Ano?
He would have easily gotten, I think, a double-double for himself, the way he was playing.
Rondia exited this game in 21 minutes of action, 6 points and 12 rebounds.
So we don't know if he can play the next game.
Yun lang. Tanong.
Kasi 2 days lang yan, next by Sunday yun.
Hindi naman ang inaano baka makakalik eh, itong si Roger Ray Bogoy. Shoeback, go! Tingnan natin kung biglang game 3, magbulat si Mata. Pakatpay ko, malakpan. O, 13 na lang. 13 na lang to. Hindi sumusubot, TNT. CJ. Sabi ang foul ang kamunti.
Masakit Jordan, penalty sila. Swerte sila ng San Miguel. I think the charities that have been given them in this fourth quarter,
Ngayon si Baltuwa pa mag-free throw dahil siya kinulang ni Glenn.
these charities earlier. What is for the game? Given that si Tautua.
For the tournament, he's a 66% shooter. Tonight, he is
50% lang yata susunod.
That's going to be 3 of 5, 4 of 5.
80%.
Okay na shooting yun. Good numbers for both of Duas, duplicating his brilliant offensive seen in game 1 where he rocked for 18 points. Now he has a total of 13. But more importantly, San Miguel, yung 15-point lead nila, napaka-importante yan. Yung sige, 36 remaining in the game.
15, 3.5.
Hindi na mapausa dito si CJ Perez. But yung first 3 fouls niya in the early parts of the first quarter forced Coach Leo Austria to sit him on the bench for a long time. But still, he was able to generate 13 points for his team.
May milagro pa ba para sa tropang 5G? Ferrer chased off that 4-point line by Jericho. Ferrer inside, huli pa goal. Yun ang dalawa eh.
Yun ang nawala kay Ferrer, yung put the ball on the floor and go strong to the basket. He's gonna go outside.
TNT wants to talk this over. 3:24 remaining here na Tibolo. Lakit lima ang kailangan namin ng tropang 5G.
Bawat okasyon ng taon,